The last House race has been called. Republican incumbent John Duarte has been defeated by his Democratic challenger, Adam Gray. The final margin, just 187 votes. Scott Tranter is the data science director with our partners at Decision Desk HQ. Scott, so Republicans have the House, but at the end of the day, they lost seats, a net gain, despite what we heard about a great Republican night for Democrats. What does that tell us about the mood of the voters and the way things will work over the next 2 years?
It tells us that the country is still very closely divided, and we see that in Congress. We see that, and that's going to resonate with all the bills they got to get over the last 6 months. The 2-seat margin we're about to talk about, that's the closest we've seen in at least 30 years.
Okay. Some friends of mine who are Republicans sending around maps of California with a lot of red areas, right? They're saying, oh my gosh, even California is going red, but at the end of the day, Democrats flipped 2 seats. What's going on in California?
What's going on in California is we're seeing a change in terms of where we see Eastern California and Western by the coast. Eastern California, Imperial County, that was one of the counties that shifted right. 86% Latino, shifted 13 points right towards Donald Trump. The Democrats are going to win that state for a long time to come, but it has gotten closer, and we're seeing the divide by the people by the coast, people inland.
Right, okay, so the count now 220 to 215.
Yeah.
Right, we got 3 members, going into the cabinet, presumably.
Presumably.
All right, brings it down to 217, 215, basically zero margin for error, 216, 216.
Yeah.
Doesn't pass in the House with a tie. There's no vice president to fly in at the last second. So the next 2 years, President Trump, as soon as we get these other members filled, these appointments in special elections, he's got to keep his foot on the gas. There's another midterm in two years. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, another midterm. And look, odds say that there's going to be more special elections. The 3 members that we talked about, actually only 2 are probably going to the cabinet. Matt Gaetz, we're not sure what he's going to go do.
Right.
But there's probably going to be more special elections. And here's another stat for you.
Right.
There are 30 brand new Republicans in this Congress. 3 of them said that they are at least going into the Freedom Caucus. I imagine more. The Freedom Caucus has made its name of they're going to buck the trend. That slim margin, debt limit, CRs, omnibus, all those things, very close votes over the next couple of years.
Okay, and so Mike Johnson's got his work cut out for him, no question about it.
Probably the hardest job of a Republican speaker we've seen this century.
All right. There's a perpetual campaign, especially in the House of Representatives. It's always election season, especially these days in the House of Representatives. You got to be raising money, you got to be dialing for dollars, you go down to the DNC, you ask rich donors for money. What are the biggest priorities so Republicans can go back to those donors and go back to those voters and say, send us back, give us a bigger majority next time?
It's going to be what they got elected on, talking about the economy, inflation, and the border. If they can have some wins on those and tangible wins on the economy and the border, I think you're going to see a lot of those members be reelected. If not, again, such a close margin, the Democrats are going to have a chance to take it back. Yeah,
and don't forget, the tax cuts expire in 2025. The Trump tax cuts. Yep. That's probably going to be the biggest vote coming out of the box right there.
That debt ceiling, I mean, we could have a whole segment on what the biggest vote. That's certainly going to be a top 3 debt ceiling. They got to fund the government. They haven't even done that yet.
January 3rd is opening day in Congress, and that's when things really kick off. Of course, January 20th is the inauguration. We will be there, Will NewsNation in the Hill, on opening day to bring you all of the ceremonies, the pomp, and the circumstance. Great to see you, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right, cheers.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.